Hello, welcome back to the channel, it's JP here. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about Rangers versus Celtic from yesterday, the League Cup final. I'll just get straight into this video. So the game finished Rangers 0, Celtic 1, and if you watched the game and you maybe nipped to the toilet in the 59th minute and came back in the 61st, you'd be thinking what the actual fuck just happened. Because Rangers were absolutely dominant throughout the match. I thought the first half we completely dominated and we probably should have scored in that first half. We had numerous chances, a lot of them fell to Morelos, who we'll talk about a little bit later on. And it was just really, really disappointing. We got to half time 0-0. As I said, we probably should have scored in that half. Ryan Jack had a really good effort save from Fraser Forster, who I thought was absolutely outstanding. Definitely man of the match by far for a Celtic point of view. So I'll give you man of the match for Rangers as well. But I just don't know what happened there. Loads of missed chances for us. It was a case of not even defensive mistakes. It was refereeing errors have cost us today, or yesterday, sorry. But that's not the reason that we've not won the game. We just weren't good enough in front of goal. We had chances. Fraser Forster, as I said, an amazing game. And on another day, Morelos would have scored 3 or 4, to be honest. I'll talk about the goal. All game, Sutton kept talking about Edouard being on the bench. And when's he going to come on? When's he going to come on? He's going to change the game. He's going to change the game. I'm sitting there thinking, like, calm down. He's no Messi. He's not going to come on and completely change the game. But unfortunately, when he did come on, he did change the game. He came on the 59th minute, and within 30 seconds, he ran down the left-hand touchline, and someone had to take him out and give away a free kick in a dangerous area. Free kick came in, and sorry, excuse me. Free kick came in, and it's ended up right at the back post. And Julian was completely unmarked, tapped into the back of the net. McGregor can do nothing about the goal. On second viewing, it's offside. 3 players are offside, including Julian, who put it in the net. Disappointing that referees can't get that right, but I'm not blaming the referee for this. It feels like just missed chances for us. Really, really frustrating day. 3 minutes later, we got a penalty, and Frimpong was actually sent off for it. It was called denying a goal scoring opportunity, but with it being Morelos, I don't know if it was a goal scoring opportunity, to be honest, with just how bad a game he had. And Morelos went straight over to Tavernier and took the ball off him, hoping to break his duck in this Old Firm fixture, which he still hasn't scored in these fixtures so far. Stepped up and missed it. Pretty poor penalty, real good save again from the goalkeeper point of view, but again disappointing. And I felt we probably could have had another at least 2 penalties, but you're never going to get 2-3 penalties in an Old Firm game. You get one. Scott Brown went to clear the ball and kicked Morelos in the back of the leg, which I think should have been a penalty. There was another one, I can't remember who was involved, but I know that Morelos was impeded again. I think it might have been Brown again. And I think the way Morelos goes down, he kind of goes down a little bit theatrical at times, and I think that's probably why we want to give another one. So we're 1-0 down, they're down to 10 men. You know, they're just going to sit in and frustrate us, not give us time, but we kept pushing, and because we put so many men forward, Celtic hit us on the break. Mikey Johnson had a one-on-one with the keeper, really should have scored, hit it just wide. I think we were very, very lucky for that not to go in. And I think the only other chance that Celtic had was from a header in the first half for Ayer, and that's the 3 chances I can remember that Celtic had. The rest were us. I think we had about 12 chances at least. 5 of them were on target. I think most of them fell to Alfredo Morelos, to be honest, apart from the Jack one. Real disappointing result. So that's my pretty much reaction to the game. I'm going to talk about some of the players now. In fact, I'll talk about all the players. But McGregor didn't have really much to do, apart from pick the ball at his net. He couldn't really do much with the goal. It was pretty close in. Tav, I thought he played well. Maybe in hindsight, probably should have taken a penalty, in my opinion. One thing I will say on Tav, and I've seen this on Facebook yesterday, I've seen numerous things on social media, but one comment really stuck out to me was that Tav bottled it by not taking a penalty, and I kind of understood what they meant at the time, but I kind of thought about it and I thought, well, alright, I understand what you're saying, but because what they'd said in the comment was Tav bottled it by not taking a penalty. You would never see Barry, Amo or Goff doing that. And I thought back, I thought, well, you do, because in 2003 Rangers played Dundee and we were behind 2-1 and got 3 penalties in the match. Barry Ferguson missed 2 of them, and on the third penalty he handed it to Arteta, who scored to make it 2-2, which went a long way in winning the title that season. I don't know if any of you guys remember it. Maybe I'm just too old to remember these kind of things, but it just shows you that I don't think it's a bottling thing for Tav. I think a few people have suggested that Morelos was given the penalty job before the game. I'm not too sure what truth there is in that, but I can understand why Tav gives Morelos the ball. He's done it before. He's done it against St Mirren when we got those 4 penalties in a match, and obviously gave it to Defoe, and Defoe scored. I just think it's the type of person Tav is. He's obviously, Morelos is desperate to get a goal against Celtic, and I think that's why he did it. I thought Goldson and Hollander were solid at the back, very dangerous with set pieces at the other end, and it was only the last kind of 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes when we were chasing the game that they kind of got exposed a little bit by our fullbacks pushing up and exploiting them. Hollander went off towards the end of an injury. Katic came in, and I thought Katic did well as well. Didn't have a lot of time to make a difference. Barisic I thought played well defensively. There was one tackle in the first half where he tackled right in the corner. I thought he was going to go out for a corner, and he managed to step up with the ball still at his feet, and he managed to play the ball away rather than give away the corner. I thought it was a really good defensive tackle for him. I thought his crosses were a little bit inconsistent today. Some of them were right on the money and nobody quite there to take the opportunity, and other ones, particularly the one very near the end where we really needed a good pinpoint cross to get into the box, and it ballooned very high and went out for a throw-in or something, which was frustrating when you've got a couple of minutes left and you're trying to score a goal. Ryan Jack, I thought he was outstanding. I thought his attitude from the start to finish was brilliant. He got injured, came back on, and he just kept at it. So many times he got back and won the ball and played a simple pass back to McGregor to keep the ball and keep possession. He was unlucky with his shot, unfortunately, and he was one of the ones that showed real emotion at the end of the game, which I didn't see enough of, to be honest, in that team. Kamara, I thought played okay, put in a couple of good tackles. He eventually got booked and then taken off for Defoe. Arfield, I thought, worked hard, played some good passes forward, played a real good ball into Morelos, who should have scored. And I thought he did okay. Arfield, thought he was okay. Ryan Kent, I thought he was one of the poorest players on the park for Rangers. Not very often you're going to say that about Ryan Kent. We know what he brings to the table. He's very direct and very quick. He just didn't use any of that today. He was very deep. He did play a similar game against Aberdeen where he's kind of sat too deep and was largely ineffective going forward. He just didn't get involved in the game offensively at all, and we just didn't see enough of him at all. Really poor day for Ryan Kent. Another one who had a bad day was Morelos. I actually thought he played pretty well in the things that he does right. He obviously drags defenders about, gets in behind, and he did get in behind a lot, but his finishing was really poor yesterday, and it's disappointing. Obviously missed the penalty. Can't blame him for taking it, but was he in the right frame of mind when he's desperate for a goal? Probably not. Probably should have been booked for a number of incidents. He got away with quite a few naughty things, to be honest. Couple of barges in the back. I remember one in particular in the first half against Julian. He done it in the second half against Brown. Probably should have been booked, but was unlucky. Lucky to escape a booking, in my opinion. Aribo played okay. Worked hard. Eventually got booked and taken off for Brandon Barker, who I'll speak about in a minute. Talk about the subs. Defoe came on, Worked hard, didn't really get many chances to score, had one chance at the back post, which was cut out by Julian, forced a corner. Didn't really get enough service to be honest. Katic came on, kept it simple, didn't have a lot of time, as I said, to make a difference. And Barker came on, and I thought he was really poor. Didn't have the belief at all to go back past the full back at any opportunity. And he's one of the players who can do it. He's got pace, he can drive in behind, and even if he drove in, whether it's a free kick in a dangerous area or a penalty or something, but he just didn't do that. Every time he got the ball, he seemed scared to go past the defender. And for me, and he kept playing it back to Barisic or playing infield to Jack, rather than actually take the full back on and create a chance for us. So really disappointed with Barker, if I'm honest. That's pretty much all I've got to say on the game. Ryan Jack was my man of the match for Rangers. Obviously, for the whole match, it was Fraser Forster for me. Really, he just played a blinder. So that's the video pretty much done, guys. I know it's been a long one, but there's a lot to talk about today. It was obviously a cup final, and disappointing to lose that cup final. I did say that this cup final, whoever won it, would probably go on to win the league. I'm not going to give up on the league. Obviously, we're only 2 points behind, but it's a mental thing. It's a massive, massive thing mentally for us not to win it, particularly in that way. But we can use it as a positive and go on and drive forward in the league. To be honest, we're still in Europe at this point. I'm making this video, could be saying a different story on Thursday, but as of now we're still in Europe. We're still in the Scottish Cup, obviously, and we're still in the league title race. Disappointing day. We'll have to get over it quickly. We've got another game coming up on Thursday, as I said, and we really need to be ready for that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I understand this isn't the best video to be watching. It's all pretty much doom and gloom, really. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.